Good morning. This is our last live stream. It's going to be our stretch class. We have, well, I guess about 1 more minute to go. So time to get yourself settled in. Take your slippers off. It's cold here. If you're in the chat, let me know where you are and what the temperature is near you. In case you're wondering, Florida was 46 degrees this morning. Yeah, not what I really expected. Thought that was going to be Christmas time, but no, it was like 80 then. Anyways, we have a minute to go. So gather up your stuff, which is really nothing because you don't need anything for this class. The other thing is, make sure you hit the like button and let me know in the chat if you want more of these live stream classes. We just happened to be able to have the time to do it, so I was happy to. And well, anyways, hope you're enjoying them. So it's 9:15 and we are going to start our stretch. So with our stretch, we're going to just start by loosening up. We're going to breathe a little bit. Think about how your body responds to your breath, because your breath actually stretches you automatically. So take a deep breath right now. And as you do that, feel how the rib cage lifts. Feel how it opens up. And as you exhale, feel how the abdominals come in like they're a natural corset. So if we get them strong, they'll naturally make our waist smaller. So deep breath, focusing on that feel. And that long exhale, think about the abdominals, especially those lower abdominals coming in and your tailbone settling underneath you. Now remember, I'll give you some hints to inhale and exhale, but you breathe what's comfortable for you. And the most important thing with stretch is that you do breathe comfortably, because if you hold your breath, your body's going to tense, your muscles tighten, and that defeats our purpose. So continue with that breath, get your body used to it so you don't have to think about that while we're doing everything. And the next thing you want to focus on is drawing the shoulders back. Our perfect posture makes the muscles move the right way, but it also makes our body feel better. So there's a reason why we want to maintain this good posture and keep focusing on it. So shoulders back, head centered over your body. And we'll take a deep breath and we'll bring the arms all the way up. And as we do that, we'll think about the shoulders pulling down and let that chest lift up. So take a deep breath. As you exhale, push the arms back, but keep that tailbone underneath you. Don't stick your butt out. Next deep breath, reach out. Exhaling as the arms come out to the side, and we're going to think about pulling them back and really engage the shoulder blades. Use your back muscles, they're so important. And we're going to extend those arms out, but yes, we're pushing back. And from here, we'll come back down, bringing us back into our nice little anatomical position, also known as our perfect posture. So yes, when those shoulder blades are truly pinched, your hands will face this way. So deep breath, reach it out. Next deep breath, reach it up. Push those arms back a little further. Deep breath, feel that rib cage open, and then exhale over to the right. Don't just bend. Think of your body lifting away from your hips. Next breath brings us exhaling to the other side. So bend a little and then body off the hips. That's pretty much our focus for this whole class. Lifting the body away from the hips. Coming back to the center. Take that breath and pull those arms downward. Feel how your back moves the arms for you. Squeeze your shoulder blades like your elbows are going to touch each other behind you. Drop your shoulders, feel that stretch between the neck and the shoulder, and then just release those arms into that perfect posture. Now we're going to alternate between upper body, lower body, so we don't get too tired in one section. So we're going to move the legs like this, and you can just lift them up a little bit. You can bring them up nice and high if you want to, but we're going to get those muscles a little warm so that they'll be more pliable when we stretch them. And we're going to take the legs a little out to the side, and we don't have to go far or high. It's just a nice little dynamic stretch. Think of the leg moving in a range of motion that's comfortable for it. Then we're going to bring the heels to the butt. And as we do that, the knee is going to stay a little behind you. You want to feel the hamstrings and the glutes, kind of those forgotten muscles. You want to get that blood flowing too. And then we're going to hold those feet nice and steady for a little bit, because we're going to come back to the upper body. So of course you're in that perfect posture. And we're going to go ahead and take one arm. We'll go ahead and pull it behind your head. We'll do our next stretch. So here we have the front of the shoulder already stretching. You can draw the elbow back to stretch a little further. And we're going to stand tall and take a deep breath and let our head fall to the opposite side, to the left side. And as we do that, you're not even doing anything, you're just letting the head fall. Don't try to force it, don't try to force the shoulder, just let everything sit there and relax while you breathe. Feel that deep breath, you'll feel those muscles moving and stretching. Exhale, let them release. One more time. Deep breath. Long exhale. Bring that head gently back to the center. And release that arm as we take the left arm behind you. And first we will let it kind of settle in. And we can draw it back gently. And then we'll take a deep breath. And we'll let that head fall towards the right side. So again, not trying to force it. Take a deep breath. Exhale. As you take your deep breath, think about what you feel. You'll feel that neck extending automatically. You'll feel that shoulder stretching automatically. And release. And we'll gently bring the head to the top. And as we take that arm and release it, we'll draw back into that posture. Make sure that tailbone's underneath you as the arms come out. We take a deep breath and we open up. We exhale and we get nice and wide, squeezing the shoulder blades and the belly button, pulling that stomach in. We'll bring it in together, take a deep breath from here, and we'll open in the opposite direction. So not arching our back, just moving the arms back behind us. Deep breath, bring it in. One more time each side. Try to extend a little further this time, or squeeze the shoulder blades a little more firmly. Use that breath to come in. Deep breath, open the opposite direction. Open those fingers too a little bit. Push your wrists out. And then we'll bring it back in and relax a moment. And come back to our legs. So with our legs, we're going to move them a little bit. We're going to go into our Frankenstein stretch. Now, Frankenstein didn't have any knee joints, I guess, so he just reaches the legs out like this to stretch. You're not going to be balanced. You're going to wobble all over the place. It's okay. We want to think about just extending that leg away from you and maybe pulling the toe back in a little calf stretch too. Good. So from here, everything's loosened up a little bit warm. We're going to go to our favorite squat. So we're going to sit the butt back and then stand up. So just like you're sitting in a chair, you stick your butt out. Your weight is on your heels. I want you to really think about controlling your body on the way down with the legs. And then also driving through the heels a little bit. You're still using the whole leg, so keep those toes down. But get used to feeling how all of those sections of your legs work for you. This time as you stand up, think about pressing the knees gently, just real little out to the side. Get a little more of that leg to work. So we'll go one more time. Good. And then we'll just take those feet a little bit wider. And we're going to point the toes out to the side a little bit. And all we're going to do is stay tall, and we're going to just go a little bit to one side and a little bit to the other. So keep the heels down, and then just a little side to side. It's a little bit of inner thigh stretch, but more importantly, think about your heels pressing into the floor. Feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings, feel the back of the leg. Then we're going to go ahead and stop right there. We're going to pull those toes forward, and your stance can be wide or it can be shoulder width. And we're going to come down into our short stop position. Right there, knees are bent, weight on the heels. With our hands mid-thigh, we're going to lift the chest. So yes, like we're playing shortstop. And from here, we're rotating to one side. So we're not trying to push the shoulder over or anything like that. We're just rotating through the spine. We're holding, taking a deep breath and thinking of lengthening that spine. And then we'll bring it back to the center. And we'll stand up. Because every time we move our position, our body's going to try to slouch. So we're going to reset. Weight on the heels, elbows back, chest up, short stop ready. And inhale, exhale to the other side. So we don't want to rush into a stretch or to the other side of a stretch because we won't be in the right position. We won't get the full benefit. Good. Returning to the center, we'll slowly press up through the heels. Deep breath. So sometimes we use a weight for our hay bales. We are going to use our invisible weight right here between our hands. And we're going to come into a squat, and we're going to rotate towards the left. And come into a squat, and rotate towards the right. Now this is not a deep squat. It's just kind of getting those legs moving and allowing you to focus how your weight should be through your heels. And we rotate. Now your hands right here close to your side. If you want to, you can extend them. Either way is fine, whatever's comfortable for you. But we're loosening up the lower back and the upper body at the same time. So that's why we like our hay bales. Good. Coming into the center, release those hands. And right now we are going to take those feet shoulder width apart. And from here, I'm going to have you bend your knees slightly. We're going to go into our elephant walk. So as we hinge, we're going to let our upper body come down. And we're going to go ahead and take one leg up and one leg down. One leg up and down. So right now we're going to focus on the calves. Our elephants are going to work their calves first. We're going to lift the heel and lower the heel. Lift and lower. Okay, and then we're going to walk those feet in all the way together, or pretty close together. We're going to bend one knee and straighten the opposite leg. Now from the front, you can see sometimes my arms want to go side to side. We want to try to keep them right there in the middle without moving over the feet. And so from the side, you're basically bending one leg, straightening the other. Bending one leg, straightening the other. And you're going to aim your fingers to be right in the middle of your feet. So we don't want to move the hips. We want to feel the stretch in the hamstrings and maybe in the calves without moving the arms side to side. So point those fingers, your trunk is right there in between your toes, in between your two big toes, as we move those legs back and forth. It sounds a lot easier than it is, especially if you start moving your hips. So pay attention to that, and then relax. Let your body just fold over, and then bend those knees a little bit, slowly rise up. Nice and slowly, should take you quite a long time to get up to the top. Don't rush it. So from here, we're going to take your right foot forward and your left foot back. And it can be however far apart you want. Too far, you're going to get wobbly, so not too far. And from here, we're going to come forward with the arm, so we'll be nice and centered. And you're going to rotate over that leg. So I'm going to turn this way now. So from here, we're rotating over that front leg. And as we do that, we want to keep the arms straight, but we also want them level. See how I'm trying to go that way? We don't want to do that. We want to keep them straight and together. So if you find that one arm's trying to reach away from you, back off, okay? Shoulders are down, chest is high, stomach tight. And we'll bring it back to the center. And from here, we'll take these arms overhead. And with a deep breath, we'll reach a little higher. Exhale, good. Next deep breath, we're going to bend towards that leg ever so slightly. If you bend too much, you are going to fall over. So don't bend too much. Just a little teeny bit. And then take a deep breath and think of lifting that body away from the hips. So remember, our whole theme today is lifting the body away from the hips, separating right at the waistline. Make it smaller that way, in theory. Bring it back to the center. From here, we're going to draw those elbows behind you and pull those shoulders back, kind of like our humble warrior in yoga. Or you could think of it as chicken dance for Oktoberfest. Let those elbows come forward and pull them back. And this is helping to loosen up our shoulders. Front of the shoulders get very tight. So just our little chicken dance can do a lot of good stuff for our posture and our shoulders. And from here, we're going to let that relax moment on the upper body. And that front leg, we're going to kind of leave it straight. And with a deep breath, we're going to hinge very slowly, and again, to wherever you want. So nice and slowly, wherever you feel sufficient. Not everybody has the same flexibility, so whatever feels good to you. The leg is straight, so we're getting a little bit of the hamstring stretch. And from here then, we'll come up nice and slowly. And we're going to bend that knee slightly. Now with that slight bend in the knee, you're going to push the heel into the floor and not let that change. So we hinge again, but don't let that knee change. It's not going to bend more. It's not going to straighten. It's staying right where it is. And this way, as we hinge, we're getting deeper into that hamstring, closer to wherever feels comfortable. And then slowly we're going to come back up to the top, pulling that stomach in as you come up. Good. And then we're going to switch sides. So we'll go ahead and put that left leg forward, right leg back. And again, doesn't have to be far. It's just staggered enough to keep you steady. And then we'll go ahead and bring those arms out. And we'll slowly rotate over that foot. So trying to keep the arms exactly the same. We also don't want that shoulder to rise. So your right shoulder shouldn't come up. If it's coming up here, that's not right. Keep the shoulders down, chest up. You can. Your front. Take a deep breath. We'll lift the body off the hips. And then we'll bend ever so slightly over towards that front leg. So as we do that, the arms are pushing behind your head. Your hips are pushing underneath you. Your right leg is actually elongating through the floor as we bend a little bit, lifting the body away from the hips. And returning to the center, we'll bring it down nice and gentle, and we'll come back and bring those hands behind us again. And yes, we will do our nice little shoulder stretch. Pull the elbows back, release, elbows back, and release. One more time, because we really can't get enough of this. And release. So here we're going to have that front leg straight, and we're going to hinge. So deep breath, you can exhale. You can just continue to breathe normally too. You don't have to be extreme in the breath. But you do want to remember just to keep them nice and steady inhale, exhales. And wherever you want to stop is fine. You can focus on the back flat, or if you want to let it wrap. Time you come back upward, take advantage of how that can help work your abdominals. From here, we bend that front leg a little bit. So a slight little bend, and this is just, my bend is just really little, like that. And then we're going to hinge, keeping that heel pressed into the floor. So when we hinge, we're pressing the chest towards the floor. We're keeping the head centered with the spine. And we're down. I'm not real flexible, so go wherever you can. And from here, we're going to go ahead and push that heel into the floor and slowly rise up, pulling the stomach inward too, so that we're back to being nice and tall. Good. So we got those nice and loosened up. So from here, we're going to come back to the upper body for a moment. We're going to take our arms overhead. And then we're going to take one hand and we're going to see if we can work it down your back. Now, if you can't, you can keep it in front of you and lift up slightly, or whatever position is going to work for you. But we're going to try to get that hand to work down behind your back without having to push your head forward. So we want your head to stay over your spine. We want to come into this tricep stretch. All right, so you're working your hand down your back like this. Almost like you got a scratch in the middle of your back you can barely reach. But what we're doing here is, besides stretching the triceps, we're going to think about this elbow going back towards the wall. So very slowly and gently, you're actually going to lift your chest. So don't try to push the arm. Once it gets in position, you could actually leave it there. But think about lifting your chest and letting that arm drift back towards the wall, because this is opening up the chest and the shoulder where it's tightest the most. So you can guide it a little bit if you want to, but the important things are that you take your breath, you use it to open this up, and you keep your head centered over your spine. It's not the easiest thing in the world, is it? Because we've got to get to the middle of that back if we can. You're also going to feel some stretch in the outer back. So let's release that. And when I say outer back, that's over here in the lats. We'll release that. Take a breath and feel how much more open we are, because the chest is definitely the tightest muscle on us. And we're going for the other side. So this side might not even do the same. But we want to try to get that arm behind our head without having to jut the head forward. Because if you're very tight in the chest, that's what's going to happen. So you might want to pull both arms back and then let this one ease down behind you. So we know both sides are not going to be the same. So whatever this one can do, and we just do. So we've got that tricep stretch going. We're thinking about pushing the arm back. We're feeling it open up through the chest, right here, the shoulder, the outer back. And then we're just trying to let it pull away. So we're not really trying to so much ease down the back of the head or back of the neck as we are trying to get this arm away from the head. So I know we can sit here with it against the head sometimes, but what we really want to do is kind of push it away from the head. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're trying to push it away from the head. It's easy to rest it against the head. Of course, that's not what we want. Good, and then we'll just release that and bring it back down. Shoulders down, reach those arms to the floor. Good. So with our legs here, where are we gonna go? We're going to go a couple more squats just to get ourselves nice and loose, or strengthened, I really should say, because most people don't squat correctly. So practicing right now is a good thing for you. So we'll take a deep breath, going down. We're going to exhale as we push up. We're going to think about pushing the knees gently out to the side and pushing the heels into the floor. Quads are tight as you go down, but so are your hamstrings and glutes. And as you come up, focus more on the hamstrings and glutes, the back of the leg, by pressing the heel into the floor than anything else, because those are the ones that are usually the weaker. Good. So from here, we're going to take it down to the floor. So coming down to the floor on your hands and knees, we get in that nice little tabletop position. We'll get our traditionals. So our cat is the ceiling. But we're also gently thinking about pressing the arms away from you and kind of spreading the upper back away from the spine. And then we'll the tailbone. And then we'll use our breath and come back to another cat. So yes, it goes through the spine, spine to the ceiling, but focus on that upper back. Gently press the arms away. Think about the shoulder blades kind of pulling away from the spine a little bit. And then go slightly. And then we're going to release. Doing pigeon, we're doing what I call baby pigeon. So your leg is underneath you. For most people, it's comfortable. Leave the hands here, or you can go lower, but before you do that, this back leg, we're going to walk it over and it's as straight as it can get with that front leg, or even past it. So walk it over there to the other side. Now you're going to feel this stretch in the little spot glutes. And you might feel it already here, and you can stay right there. If you want to, you can come down onto the elbows. You get a little deeper into the glute. So it's a little less stress on the knee than the pigeon stretch, but it's still getting that deep glute stretch. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and walk it back up. Good. And we'll walk that foot back as well. And then we'll just swap it out. Back in, take the other one out. So it's trying to get in line with the front leg or even past it, and getting that deep stretch in the glute, and staying right here, because that might certainly be enough for you, because it is a good stretch. And then we can walk it down to the hands if you want to, and if you really don't feel anything at this point, you can extend the arms and go flat. Most people don't need to do that. So anyways, just hold it. Remember, hold and breathe. Stretches are gentle. We're not trying to kill ourselves here. Nice and gentle. And then that's it. We're just going to come right back up. Work that leg back to the center. And then we'll come back. Since we'll be on the knees for a little bit, if you need padding, get it. Or if you want to, you can just double up your yoga mat a little bit like that. So here we are going to sit our butt back. So we have our tabletop, and then we're going to sit that butt back. As we do this, and take a deep breath. Feel the upper back open up, and then as you exhale, think about that chest lowering towards the mat. And then next breath, we'll bring it all the way up. And then we're going to take our legs out to the side a little wider. And now that they're nice and wide, almost like the width of your yoga mat, we're going to take our toes and we're going to pull them inward. And from here, as we start to sit back, and you can adjust to how we're comfortable. We're still pushing back the butt to the heels. Now the arms are going to help us push back. We're going to get a little deeper into the inner thigh. So we can slowly press the chest. We can drop the elbows and think about pressing the chest to the floor. You're breathing nice and steady. And whenever you get to whatever your limit is, then you're going to think about gently using the arms to push you back towards the legs. There's not going to be a lot of movement. Deep breath, exhale. Think about those arms using that sticky mat to help push your butt closer to your heels. Now, it doesn't have to be a huge feeling stretch for it to do you good. So don't worry if you don't feel much. And then from there, we'll come back up and we will work those back in together. So one more stretch here. It's going to be more for the arms and the upper back. So take your right arm out to the side and put your left arm on top. And from here, we're going to sit back. Open those shoulder blades, kind of pull the shoulder blades away from the spine. And as you take a deep breath and you exhale, you like to sit down all the way like this and get more lower back stretch, that's fine. Pressing the chest to the floor, but you don't have to go that low because we are focusing just on the upper back. And then we'll just come forward, bring those arms back and go to the other side. So left arm, right arm on top, and then very gently easing back. So whatever you want to go, bending a little bit, take your breath, push those shoulder blades away from the spine because that's really what you're doing here. Using that breath, and if you want to go lower, fine, but you might have to bring the hands back closer to you, depending on your shoulder situation. Good, and then we'll come up nice and gentle and center. I know this was probably a little more on the knees than we usually do, but right now we're going to go onto your back. I like to face this way so I can look at you. So here, slowly roll down, pressing one vertebrae at a time, nice and gentle. And the first thing we're going to postures. So and as you do that, shoulders are going to try to pop up. So make sure they press down to the floor. Deep breath. Exhale to the side. Put that windshield wiper over there for a second, because we're going to take our time to reset those shoulders, push them away. Now that you know how far down your knees can go, we're going to come back to the line, but as we rotate these legs from side to side, try to get them all the way down to the floor. Get your shoulders down to the floor. the floor. Maybe 3 things. Exhaling as you push those knees to the ground. To do. And up to the top. From here, sometimes your legs slide away from you, so bring them back in. Reset the body and bridge. As we come up into this bridge, it doesn't matter how high you go. I want you to feel the stretch in the hips. All right, and I want you to pull the stomach in and then just lower slowly. So it's just real gentle, not a whole lot there. Deep breath, exhale up. Think of that tailbone coming up first and taking yourself to wherever feels right. But here we're going to add some work. We're going to push the heels into the floor gently. We're going to push the knees gently out to the side. So remember, we're not trying to strengthen and tone as much here as we are trying to gain control over the muscles. So focus on a little pressure out to the side, a little pressure of the heel so you feel a little of the glutes working. Bring it down slowly. And then one more time, now that you know every spot that you need to feel, take a deep breath, exhale, peel that tailbone up to the ceiling. So yes, we have the heels gently pressed in to feel the glutes and hamstrings. We've got the knees pressed a little out to the side. We've got the lower abs engaged. We've got the lower back squeezing. It automatically works with the lower back, with the abdominals. And then we'll ease it down slowly. So half of it is getting awareness of your muscles and how to use them. So with your legs in this position, take it to a windshield. Press that knee towards the floor. Keep the shoulders down. So upper body should be facing straight up. As the legs fold over. See how that one feels. Take a deep breath. Return to the other side. All right, those feet are wide. We're going to work those legs in, and we're going to let those knees fall out to the side. So right here, we're going to have our feet touching each other. Soles of your shoes are touching each other. And we're going to reset that upper body posture because we don't want to forget that. And as we do this, we're going to let those legs gently press to the floor. So we're going to stretch the inner thigh. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, think about the legs slowly and gently lowering to the floor. Because remember, we've got to have that nice, steady breath for these muscles to release. So deep breath, exhale, let those legs drop. Now, we're going to take the soles of your feet, we're going to gently press them into each other. So gently press them in. As you do that, you'll feel some of the glutes activating, some of the inner thigh activating, and that's what you want. You want those muscles to say, okay, we're pressing here, we've got some strength, we're strong, we're good. So that when you let go of that, so stop squeezing, take a breath, and as you exhale, see if the legs move a little more. It might not be drastic, but trust me, it's still going to be moving a little bit more. Good, and then we'll go ahead and bring those legs back up to the top. And from here, we'll walk the heels back in. And we're going to take your right leg, whichever leg, because we're going to do both. And no, we're not doing a one-legged bridge. We're going to go right into our pigeon stretch. But what we're going to do here is pull that other leg inwards. So that left leg's going to come close to your butt. And then on the right leg, we're just going to kind of stretch. Maybe think of it like just seeing where that leg can move, or maybe just, I don't know, giving yourself a scratch or something. Just pushing forward that leg a little bit, gentle, not a lot of pressure. Just letting it know it's okay to go in that direction, because that's where it's supposed to go. And then from here, we'll take a deep breath and we'll lift that left leg off the floor and use it to push your right one into your chest. So we can do the figure 4 with the hands through here. I don't want you to do that. We just loosened up the shoulders and everything. Let your legs do the work themselves. Take a deep breath, move it back. What's going to happen is, yes, it's going to slowly fade away. That's all right. You can pull it back in again. And just hold it and breathe. And then as we bring that down, yes, we are going to go right into our corkscrew. Leg goes over the top. Take a breath. Let it fall. Once it gets there, make sure the shoulders are down and reaching away from the ears. So it's a deep lower back stretch here. Sciatica people, you need to do this every day. Keep it crossed, take it to the other side. So that was more outer back. This one's going to be more hip flexor. You'll feel the difference depending on which side you were doing. But we have to breathe and hold. And think about elongating, not forcing. So that means that you're gently pressing these legs to the floor. You're not trying to force it. And then we'll come back to the top and we'll uncross. And then we'll move those feet back closer, because they do tend to move, and take the other leg up and over. So first thing we do here, again, evaluate. If this knee is way over across your body, it's very, very tight. I know this side is on me, so what you hey, it's okay, it's safe. It's safe to go here. Don't be afraid. Don't tighten because you're afraid. All right, so from there, we're going to take the, lift it up, use it to push, breathe comfortably, of course. You're going to down. Do not let your body roll over. You should be able to put your arms up and have them point directly to the ceiling. Using that breath, you're kind of lifting the body away from the hips even when you're laying down. And then take that breath, move it to the other side. And then reset those shoulders. So if it's the bottom leg, then you're getting that hip flexor stretch. That hip flexor that gets tight when we sit too much. And make sure those shoulders are down. Do your test. Can you point your fingers straight up instead of being to one side? And use that deep breath. Feel the chest rise away and feel the legs kind of drift away. Bring it back to the top. And since that is helping to loosen the back, it can kind of cause the back to feel like it's tightening, but it's not. It's just trying to get back to that old tight position. So we're going to do that pelvic tilt a few times here. Let that lower back know that it's okay to stay stretched there. Exhale as you do that. Good. One more time. Push that back, push that lower back into the ground. Feel that tailbone go to the ceiling and release. And from here, we're going to lift one leg, grab behind the knee, and the other. So here, we're not going to pull with the hands. We're just going to let the hands hold the legs there. And then we're going to relax the legs, and we're going to let them open out to the side a little bit. Again, don't pull with your hands. They're just there for a little bit of support, but not to do a whole lot of work. Good. Then we'll bring those legs in and we'll bring them down. Now from here, we're going to open those butterfly legs again. We're going to work those heels back towards your butt. So they might be a little looser, they might not feel it, but they definitely are going to be looser. And we're going to take those arms and we're going to bring them overhead. So we're going to work on our pullovers. So with our pullover, we take a breath. Ceiling, because we always work on some rotator cuff because we all need it. So deep breath, back here, feel the ribcage stretch. Think about your belly button reaching towards your toes. And then deep breath, exhale, push your shoulder blades into the floor. I know you might want to push your lower back, but we're focusing on the arms right now. So here, the shoulder blades push into the floor. Deep breath back. Exhale, press. So don't think of the arms pulling your body up or pulling it upward. It's your back. Deep breath. Feel the stretch in the abdominals too. Exhale up. Press the shoulders into the floor. Get used to pushing the shoulder blades back. Deep breath. Bring those elbows all the way down and press into the floor. Feel that chest rise out your knees together. So think of this position right now as if you were sitting on the beach and you're about to get up. You push the elbows into the floor, but your head's going to stay on the floor. Release. As you push the elbows into the floor, get the top of the shoulders to push into the floor. Very tippy top of the shoulders. That's going to stick your chest up high. That's what you want to squeeze the shoulder blades. Release. One more time. Gentle push with the elbows. Feel the triceps push, feel the shoulders, very tops of the shoulders, chest rises. Activate those back muscles. Release. Now you're going to go into but from here we want to get our body kind of straight if you can get it as straight as possible. And then we're going to go ahead and take this top leg and we're going to bend it. So we're going to do our quadricep stretch here on the floor. So we do that, and this other leg can stay straight or it can bend a little bit. We just wanted them stacked perfectly. And from here, we're going to gently take the thigh, move it back just a little bit. Too much, and yes, you're going to fall over. But how we counter that is we take the tailbone and we push it a little bit forward. So push your tailbone or your hips a little forward. Remember, everything is subtle. Too much, too fast is going to make you fall in either direction. And as we get that tailbone tilt and we hold the leg and we think about that thigh gently moving backward, we should feel that quadricep stretch. And that's from the knee all the way to the hip. Very important. A lot of times we do it standing. Definitely do it standing, holding on to something. And as we release that leg, we find the other leg. There it is. And remember, if you can't grab it, don't worry about it. Just bend it. Try to get some range of motion into it. So this one's going to be at a little strange angle, which is fine. But if you want a little more stretch, you can gently push it towards the floor. And again, you work with what your range of motion is and what your limitations are. If it doesn't feel good, you don't do it. It's that simple. And sometimes you don't feel deep stretch in things, and that doesn't mean it's not doing you good. So as we release this leg, you could roll onto your other side. I'm going to push up so that you don't have to stare at my backside. And I'm going to come over to this other side. You can do the same as long as you get up the right way. So here we want to center ourselves because we don't want the hips folding forward or back. That's why we want to start with the legs straight, and then we can bend them so the legs are nice and stacked. We'll start with that top leg, or you can start with the bottom leg. You're doing both. So here, that knee might be forward. We're going to try to pull it back, at least center it over the other leg. And our goal is to pull it a little behind, and then to tip the tailbone forward or push the hips a little bit forward. Very small movements. Want to feel this stretch from the knee up the thigh. Now, if you're extra tight, you might not be able to get your leg here. You might not even be able to grab your heel. That's okay. You just keep doing what you can, whatever range you can, and it'll get there. And then we'll release that leg. and see if we can find the other one. So yeah, sometimes you have to move this one out of the way. We'll find the other one if we can. So it's more here about getting into the position and a couple of subtle feels. Tailbone forward, you can press that leg to the floor. Your body gets tight, and when you stretch it, it tries to go back to that tight spot. That's why we have to keep stretching consistently. So an hour once a week is not going to do as good as doing 5 to 10 minutes 4 times a week, or an hour 3 times a week. Good. So we will release that leg, and then we will roll onto our stomach to get up properly. And I'm not saying anything, but as we get older, you don't always get on the floor, and sometimes getting up and down from the floor can be challenging. That's why you want to actually keep practicing that too. So we'll point the toes to the floor, we'll walk back, and before we do anything else, we'll get those feet nice and wide, and then we'll come up into that short stop position to help us settle down. That way we've got good strength there. And then we'll slowly stand up, because if you stand up too fast, you'll get dizzy. I know I do. And then we'll come over back to where we can see each other. And we'll have those knees nice and soft, and we'll be automatically in your good posture, right? Stomach is tight, you feel tall. You lift that body away from the hips, and you feel like you have no waist at all. It's so small. And we'll exhale down and bring it back into our perfect posture. That tailbone underneath you. One more time, deep breath. Always try to get that body away from the hips. Lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, we can bring it down. Pull those elbows back, feel that good posture. And we'll come right back to our nice solid posture. And we are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know if you did any of the other classes and if you want to see any more of these classes. Otherwise, I will see you sometime. Have a great day.